Rise and shout, the Cougars are out along the trail to fame and glory. Rise and shout, our cheers will ring out as you unfold your victory story. I do what I say I'll do, and I always return my phone calls. Say it with me. I do what I say I'll do, and I always return my phone calls. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the sounds of commitment. Today I'd like to share two stories with you. Stories about commitment and my life. Growing up, I was passionate about sports. I played soccer, baseball, football, wrestling, and volleyball. By the time I got into high school, football and volleyball were my main two sports. I made a commitment that I would play an NCAA Division I sport. But after graduation, I hadn't been recruited for either volleyball or football. So I decided to walk on to the local junior college football team. I made the team and was named a starter as a wide receiver. The day before the first game in practice, I broke my finger, out for the entire season. So I thought, well, I have an academic scholarship to BYU. I'll try to walk onto the football team there. So I went to tryouts. Coach Croton threw me a few passes. He said, I want you on my team. They added me to the roster. I was so excited. Then I was called in to the wide receiver coach's office, and they cut me. So I walked across the street to the Smith Field House and tried out for the volleyball team. I didn't make that team either. So I went to the assistant of the assistant of the assistant coach, you know, the guy who doesn't get paid. And I said, here's my number. If you ever need an extra guy, let me know. A week later, he called me back. And I went and played. Then a week after that, they called me back again. The guy said, just come every day, Josh. Then they said, you don't have any gear. Here's some of our gear. Josh, you don't have a locker. Share our locker. Then they started telling all the girls on campus I was on the team. I didn't mind that at all. A year and a half goes by, and finally I show up, and I have a locker, I have gear, and I'm an official member of the team. But I didn't get to play until the final couple matches of my senior year. In the final match, I get put in. It's game point. The set goes up. It's coming to me. I'm in the air. Ah! The crowd erupts. The team storms the court. They hoist me onto their shoulders, and they carry me off. Rise and shout, the Cougars are out. I had won our final match of our senior year. Had I not made a commitment when I was younger to do this, I wouldn't have had that joy, that brotherhood. I wouldn't have had that experience. Now, after graduation, I was recruited to be a recruiter for a nationwide group of mortgage companies. And our trainer sat us down and he chanted with us, make this commitment. I do what I say I'll do, and I always return my phone calls. I saw that commitment translated to business. So as I got more experienced in recruiting, I eventually helped start an agency recruiting firm. I made commitments to all of our clients that we would fulfill their recruiting needs. Unfortunately, the owner misspent all the money, and it went out of business. But I made a commitment. I couldn't let these clients down. So in a month's time, in a panic, I found out how to start a company. I found out how to maintain these clients. And I found out how to get some money. The day of our first projected payroll, because I had a few contractors at some of these companies, I finally got funding. I had to hand deliver all the checks. But I did it. It was a relief. 4 years later, we're building companies and we're blessing lives. What great experiences. These experiences prove to me that when I make commitments, I can overcome any obstacle. And I bring joy to myself and to others. I'm proud to be a man of commitment. Make commitment, guys. It'll do the same for you. Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you very much.